segue into our fourth question. Astros pitching conspiracy theory. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but Trevor Bauer tweeted saying, mentioning how all of the Astros starting pitching, all their spin rates have gone up over the past year, and at an incredible rate, a rate that no one would really find expected. And then 5 of them responded to him, trying to negate him, basically saying, yo, it's called hard work, all right? What do you guys have to say about that? Because
I'm team Trevor Bauer. I think there's something a little fishy going on there.
Absolutely.
I read a little bit into it. Bauer has done his own studies apparently, and he's saying that the only thing that it will increase spin rate is a sticky substance. He's tried everything else out, and and so it's just, you think of Charlie Morin on the Pirates, when his ERA was around 3.5, maybe 4 for 8 years in a row, and then he gets traded to the Houston Astros,
and he's looking like a number 1 or 2, and he's the 5 in the rotation.
He's an ace on a team. He's an ace.
Yeah, and he's the number 5 in the rotation. You look at Verlander, the guy's unhittable, and then you turn to Garrett Cole, who's on pace for 300 Ks.
At least, I think so.
So Garrett Cole was on the Pirates and had about a 5 ERA and did pretty much more or less nothing, as opposed to how hyped up he was to be an ace of the future. And he's definitely doing it this year. Every one of their guys, 1 through 5, their spin rate is not only up, but their strikeouts are up, and they're pitching like aces. Every single one of them.
They're all throwing 100 miles per hour.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that I'm on the Trevor Bauer bandwagon too, and I think that
Trevor Bauer guys.
Yeah. I understand how we got average careers. Morton. Cole was a number 1 prospect at a time, so on Cole maybe. Verlander was a Cy Young, but Verlander's getting old. How do you have 97, 98 at 34? What is he, 34?
Still, yeah.
34? How do you do that?
Kate Upton, I think.
Bartolo, Sabathia.
Going on to that already.
Sabathia changed his pitching way to 98 fireball from the lefty to 90 now, and he's a couple years older than Verlander. He had to change because of age. Verlander is still throwing just as fast, if not faster, than he was in his prime.
Well, Corey Kluber is the same way. Corey Kluber, how old is he? 35? Same age as Verlander, right?
But I think the difference with Kluber
throws 95.
is he's just entering his best years now.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
He never dropped off like Verlander dropped off.
So Verlander was dominant, and then you thought his career was over because the Tigers, he was just struggling for a couple years, and now he's back.
Yeah, I agree, but I also want to add to the fact of what you said earlier about with those 5 starters and Trevor Bauer calling them out. Did anyone see that 5 guys tweeted back at Trevor Bauer attacking him for what he said? So if you're not guilty, normally you really wouldn't get a rise out of somebody. But in this case, 1 tweet resonated with 5 Astros players to defend their team. I think something's a little fishy there.
A little too defensive.
Trevor Bauer is a big drive line guy. You guys know drive line, the pitching thing.
Yeah.
It's where you throw as hard as you can to get your arm strength up and stuff like that. So
he's always been known to do that. His whole pre-game resume going.
He's always I want to throw the hardest in the MLB kind of guy.
Yeah, so he's a big hard worker. So there could be the factor that maybe because he's not as gifted as some of the other Astros pitchers, and he's trying to work hard to be the best pitcher possible, that the fact that they're getting better and he's not, maybe he's calling them out because
and the Indians have been getting their butt kicked by the Astros.
True.
So that's another thing.
It's not like Bauer's it's not like he's saying oh man, these guys are outworking me. He's I've tried everything and I'm not getting these improvements that they're getting. Everything legal, but I'm still.
What if the Astros are outworking him and he's bitter because he can't get better than they are? You ever thought about that?
That's true. I think. There's something to be said about going to a new club, getting re-energized, a team that wins, and something that might improve your performance.
But this Astros team has been terrible. Wouldn't they have done this hard work method in the previous years?
Well, yeah, it's definitely suspicious that all of a sudden everybody is clicking. Everyone is an ace on the team. Literally 1 through 5 could go on almost any other team and pitch in the 1 or 2 spot.
All right, but I have one. Because y'all are on, I have to defend the other side. I have one thing to counteract what you have to say. It's Lance McCullers. Lance McCullers is exactly the same as he was last year than he is this year. Now, how is everybody else on the rotation doing better except for Lance McCullers? Do you think Lance McCullers is all of a sudden taking a stand and being like, I'm not going to cheat anymore?
I
What
think
was in last year?
I think McCullers' problem is his location.
No.
McCullers has always had wild.
His spin rate though has been exactly the same too. Because the only response I've seen from Trevor Bauer's post is because I follow Lance McCullers on Twitter. I'm big Lance McCullers fan.
Oh, okay.
I mean, how
Now
can
it comes out. Yeah, it makes sense.
I don't really know exactly what the quote was or the tweet was, but it got me thinking that, like, if everyone's gonna get better, why doesn't Lance McCullers hop on? And
He's got a conscience. I think that's the reason.
I don't think so. I think it's because Verlander's a freak of nature, right? We all know that. He's the type of guy in Detroit where he goes from throwing 96 in inning number 1 and throwing 99 in inning number
he's a
7.
freak.
Yeah. And then Garrett Cole was a freak of nature too. He just couldn't figure it out on the Pirates. Charlie Morton, I can't really speak on him much. He's the outlier.
He's the one.
He's the chosen one, dude.
I have no idea.
He's the one that
how.
brings the question.
He's 34 too.
But the only thing about Charlie Morton is, like, I saw him pitch against the Dodgers in the playoffs. What if he just figured it out in the playoffs?
You'd
And
like to
now
think
he's
that?
carrying it out this year, you know?
You'd like to think that, but if you look at every one of those pitchers past seasons, besides
There's too many.
McCullers, there's too many flags.
Yeah, there's
right?
too many. How does that happen in one
That's
year?
all. That's all I'm saying. Something to
It's
look at.
really- if
you
we're-
do
if
your
we're-
own research, but
If we're
that's my
speaking
opinion.
from a realistic point, it's only one pitcher that was average into an A's, and that's Charlie Morton. That's the outlier, all right? We could all agree
But
on
Garrett
that.
Cole had 5 years to get it together on the Pirates, and now first year on the Astros, he's on pace for 300 Ks.
He's
Something's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. Like, it's not even another team, it's the Astros. Like, right?
But, I mean, he's been a sexy prospect.
And it's not like we're
He's in
bringing
his
this
prime
up
years.
by ourselves. We have Trevor Bauer, another MLB pitcher, backing our side of it.
True.
So
All
that's
right. I mean, we can leave it at that. You guys decide what you think. And we'll move
Could
on
just
to
be
our
bitter
question
Dodger
number 5.
fans too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still hurt from last year.
Yeah, bitter Dodger fans. All right, this number 5 question. This one is more advice that I'm asking from you guys.